Notebooks. We got somebody wonderful in studio today. I'm so excited to have her. We don't have her long, so we gotta get in and get out real fast. She is such a wonderful person. So get those notebooks because we're gonna have a good time this morning. Here we go, y'all. We count down. Let me share this with everybody and tell them we live. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Contacts, mama. Yeah, we live, y'all. Okay, here we go. Jump on YouTube. The chat bot wasn't working right, so I'm chatting. I can see my chat box on YouTube, but other than that, Facebook, y'all come on in. Just hop on the YouTube link. Let's go, y'all. Here we go. We're gonna count down. So I'm chatting. I can see my chat box on YouTube, but other than that, Facebook, y'all come on in. Just hop on the YouTube. All right, here we go.
Be yourself, love who you are, and be compassionate. And then give that love and compassion and kindness to everyone around you, and it will always come back to you.
Well, good morning, everybody. You know, Lady Gaga is a good actress. You know that she played in A Star Is Born, and she played as a vampire in American Horror Story season 3. I think she was pretty good. But anyway, I'm Dr. Sims, the host of the Dr. Sims Daily Show. I got a great friend and a great guest lined up for today. Jen Noam Campbell. We just call her JC. And we were talking. We were talking a couple of weeks ago, and she said something that just really struck a nerve with me. And I said, we got to have you on the show, especially, we tried to get her last month, but it's more appropriate this month. This month is Depression, Mental Health Awareness Month, along with Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And we were just having a powerful conversation. I said, you know something? I need you on my show. And so without any further ado, all the way, we flew her in from Dothan this morning. We got in the green room. She's all dolled up. And I'm just glad to have her. Miss Jennifer, good morning, young lady. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm doing great. Doing great.
Well, you're looking so good. You looking so good. I know you're busy. Kind of introduce yourself to everybody. If somebody asks you who's Jennifer Campbell, what would you say?
Woo! How much time we got?
I know, right?
I'm Jennifer Campbell. I by profession, I'm a counselor.
Okay.
However, I'm currently working as a resource coordinator. But aside from that, you know, personally, I am a suicide loss survivor as well as an attempt survivor.
Amen.
So, advocate for mental health and getting help and suicide prevention.
You, let's start here. And she has 3 beautiful children, and she's a grandmother, by the way. She's too young. You can't tell by looking at her, but she's a grandmama too. You know, she's a grandmother. So let me ask it this way. Let's start the conversation here. When did you realize you were in trouble? When did you realize that, because the term that you use that really stuck with me is high performing, depressed, being highly functional and living with depression all at the same time. So what happened to let you know, Jennifer, you're in trouble? And how did you navigate that?
Well, I tell you what, it's definitely been a lifetime journey. But when I finally got to a point where I realized that, you know, I work in a career. I help people. I have to be somewhere every day. People depend on me.
Right.
And really, it was 2019.
Okay. Okay.
I had the same job I have now. I had already been doing child and family therapy for years before that.
This is
and good. I actually found myself in a where the darkness just overtook me this time. It was October. Actually, it was October 2019.
How about that?
And I found myself as a as an attempt survivor, actually. And I realized to myself, picked up to work the next day, didn't skip a beat. I went to work the next day and I sat there next to my coworker and I thought to myself, she has no idea.
None.
Nobody has any idea, because I can be who I need to be to go to work, to be a mom, and no one would ever know, because I'm master after all these years of putting on a mask and carrying on with what my responsibilities are.
How about that?
So we call that a high functioning depression.
Wow.
High function, because I can function every day to where no one would ever know.
Wow. Wow. And you mask it, all puns intended. You mask it so well. I mean, when the kids were little, you had to be mama. You had to be their caretaker. You have to go and you got to do it. You got to put this face on. And you say you're a suicide survivor. How did you survive that darkness when it just wrapped you up? And what really struck me during our conversation, you said you don't have time to think about nothing else in that moment. In that moment when it looks like the darkness just wants to suck the life out of you. What happened?
God.
Come on now. Come on.
God's hands were upon me. He's not finished with me yet.
Amen.
And hear that. My child, find your strength. I'm not finished with you yet. I'm not finished.
Amen.
And I tell you, in that moment, you really don't, there is no other explanation. There is no physical person that is there to save you in that moment. There's no mindset. There's no memory. There's no feeling in your heart of your loved ones.
Okay.
You have in that moment nothing.
Wow.
Except for the one that can save you.
Amen. That's so powerful, Jennifer. So let me ask you this, and I know you said, and we talked about it, and you're saying it now. You can't really tell. You cannot tell that somebody's high performing and they're dealing with depression. Are there any telltale signs that we can look out for? Because one of the things that's part of this month is doing wellness checks. Just check on your friends. Just a simple, hey, you good? I just did to a couple people before we came on the air. Hey, are you okay? You good? I just had a conversation with somebody. Are you all right? You know, what should we be looking for with our family and friends to help us spot depression?
I tell you what, they always say that you can kind of see the signs or comments that someone might make.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
I never make those comments.
Okay.
I don't comments in those times.
Wow.
I think for me personally, I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
my friends around me and my family can tell when I kind of step back a little bit, when I start to get a little more quiet.
Okay.
Or I'm just a little bit more withdrawn
Yes,
than
ma'am.
I normally.
Okay.
Because I can still feel this depression and this darkness and loneliness. But you could call me right now and I'd say, I'm great. I'm having such a good day.
You've always done that with me. And so when we had that conversation, I'm like, really? It took me off guard. You know, it hit me.
Right.
And I'm like, as close as you and I are, and you shared that with me, and I'm like, because we always check on each other. I'm like, really? You know, so when you get withdrawn, your family, your close family and friends know something's going on with Jennifer.
And I tell you what, I've noticed this. This has been a rough year for me.
Yes,
even
ma'am.
though it hasn't been too long ago, in 2019. But this has kind of boiled up again lately. It's been a rough season for me this year. And the one thing that I will tell you is even that text that says, hey, just checking on you. Hey, is there anything you need? Or I will just have a friend that will randomly come by and just say, hey, you want to go so-and-so this weekend?
Yes, ma'am.
It could be the smallest thing. It doesn't be big. It can be the smallest thing. I can send a post right now, and I could probably list 10 plus people. It could have just been as simple as you coming in my room at work, or you stopping by my house and just saying, "Hey, what's going on?" Like you don't have to even be in that uncomfortable place.
Understand.
Lots of people will say it's so uncomfortable, like I don't want you to think that I'm crying, or I don't want you to think that I'm, thinking negatively about you.
I hear you.
All that aside, it shouldn't be uncomfortable, because when you're hurting and you're in a dark place, you don't question where the person is coming from. You don't get offended. You see that as a lifeline.
Amen.
You see that just another thing to help you. In fact, I was just talking to someone in my room earlier today.
Okay.
And sometimes it's kind of like you're in that water and you're drowning. You're treading. You can only tread for so long.
That's right.
So you just
That's
get
good.
tired.
That's good.
Get so tired. And it's different for everyone. But just to have a friend call and say, "Hey, if you need something, or if I can help you do this or do that," just to know that that life preserver is there.
Wow.
And if you several life preservers out there that in that moment when you
That's
feel
good.
like
That's
you are
good.
about to take your last breath,
That's good.
grab them.
That's good. So what would you say? So that's the advice to the friends and family. But what do you say to that person going through right now that feels like they don't have that preserver? They don't have, they can't reach out to anybody. They feel distant even from God. They just in that place, and they're on that edge right now. What would you say to them?
You've got to just plant your feet.
That's good.
Grab that ground.
That's good.
That deep breath, and just tell yourself, there's something.
That's good.
I can do this. There's something.
That's good.
Because it's just a matter of figuring out what it is.
Amen.
It might be a thing, but you have got to pull. You pull something from inside you, and you say, "Take this deep breath."
Yes, ma'am.
And I can push through, just bit by bit. One more breath. One more step.
Amen. You talk, and we were talking, and you said, and we were getting our coffee and our tea, and I said, hey, Miss Jennifer, one day at a time. You said, one moment at a time, 1 second at a time.
Right.
Those baby steps. And we as, and I put this in air quotes. We as functioning, and we feel like we got it all together. We take for granted where you are and where you've been. We take that for granted. Why do we look so side-eyed at people that are dealing with mental health issues?
I really think it's just because it's uncomfortable. Why do we hear so much about, we say, don't surround yourself with negativity, right? Surround yourself with positivity. So is there something in our mind where we say, well, I don't want to be around that person. I don't know what their problem is, but that's too much negativity for me. It's almost like a fine line of selfishness in looking at someone who's fighting with mental health, because you're thinking, yes, you do need to have that balance of surrounding yourself with positive people, but you do also need to realize that you could be a lifeline for someone that's fighting.
That's a good point.
And don't look at me as any different, because when we're talking about how high functioning,
that's good.
You wouldn't know. My work does not reflect what I'm fighting inside.
Wow.
So it would actually be more detrimental to me for someone to look at me in a negative way.
Wow.
Than say, wow, look at all she's fighting and still getting done what she needs to get done.
Yeah.
Let's be there for her, because
that's good.
She's fighting even harder because she's functioning every day. She's still following her responsibilities.
Wow.
The most troubling to me is just that stigma of something is wrong with someone just because they're fighting a mental health, because nobody would know that about me. You could ask anyone at work or anyone in my church, and you would say, what?
Yeah.
fighting something because you didn't think negatively of me 5 minutes ago.
That's a good
But
point.
now someone brings up the fact that I'm fighting with suicide and depression. Why would you see me any differently?
Amen.
I'm the same person I was 5 minutes ago.
Wow, that's good. That's good, Jennifer. That is really good. So what kind of help? What kind of professional help have you sought? What steps are you going through to help you deal with this on a regular basis?
You know, it's really, I'll say what I've done, but it truly is so different.
Yes, ma'am.
For and every person. But I have been to counseling before I even became a counselor.
Okay.
Which I think put a little twist on it because up here how you can help someone else, but somehow it doesn't apply the same to yourself.
That's mind blowing, isn't it? That's mind blowing, isn't it?
This is a different darkness. This has to be a different darkness.
Wow, Jennifer.
The things I see when I'm helping you, I have actually.
That's good.
Medicine works great for some people,
That's
some
good.
Not for others. But when we say counseling, I have not been in counseling for years,
yes,
but
ma'am.
I was in counseling in my younger years because I've learned how I can pull in my friends, how I know the people I can pull in to
Right.
surround myself with,
Right.
and talking to them, being able to talk to them like
That's
I
good.
would be open
That's
with a
good.
counselor
Okay.
it's kind of the same. So that's what works for me at this time, is that I know the phenomenal friends that I have that I can call on and I
Right.
can say,
Right.
I'm so not okay right now. I've never in my life been able to say that and turn to the people
Right.
that God has surrounded me with, because I didn't think it was okay to not be okay.
Amen.
That I automatically would be looked at differently, that I automatically would be seen as, ugh, she's just so negative.
Right.
That's what works for me, is just
That is so
really pulling
awesome.
in those people that I know care
That's
about
good.
me and
That's
that I can
good.
trust. And I can and they know now,
That's good.
they know I can send a text and say, I'm so not okay right now. That's all I need to say. And they know. They'll pick up the phone and call me. They'll come be with me wherever I'm at and just talk you through. You just want to talk away. It's kind of like a smoke.
That's good.
And they'll make that smoke just kind of
That's
fall
good.
to the wayside just by talking, just being there. Sometimes that's all.
That's all you need. Just be there. I appreciate you so much, girl. So what's next on your agenda? What's the next for this last quarter of 2021? What do you have going on?
I actually am continuing on the journey of my personal healing.
Amen.
I call it my reset. I'm on my reset. I'm on my personal healing, and I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna learn
That's
to
good.
be more quiet and listen to God and hear what it is that He has equipped
That's
me
good.
with and my purpose going forward.
That's good. That is so good. So how can people follow you? Because you're doing some things on Facebook. How can we connect with you on Facebook?
I do have a Facebook page. I don't post as much on Facebook. I actually have an Instagram account.
Okay.
And it's strong enough _24. And you can find me on Instagram, and that's where I will share a little bit more. I've just gotten started on that most recently.
Well, okay. You're an influencer, see?
I'm working on that.
That is
Your
so
show-
good.
God's showing me it's coming together. But I am on Facebook too. If anybody just needs that person to
That's
listen, that understands
That's good.
truth, understands what it's like in that moment, definitely reach out to me on Facebook. It's Jen Norman Campbell.
That is
Facebook.
good. Well, listen, you do what you do best, and you be a blessing to somebody today. And thank you for sharing with us today. And you're a rock star in my eyes. You know how awesome you are to me. Well, listen, y'all, that was Miss Jen Campbell, y'all. She's so awesome. I just love her. Just love her so much. Tomorrow, I got a great guest lined up. Tomorrow, a good friend of ours from Periscope. She has a webinar coming up on this Friday, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow. It's time to make a radical shift. And we're going to talk about that on tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm excited about that. Again, thank you, Miss Jennifer, for being here today. Listen, we're going to run to a quick commercial. So y'all sit tight. Just hold on. We're not done yet. Just a few more minutes. Y'all hold on. We'll be right back.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WalterHSims. That's Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Hey now, if you...
Hey guys, listen. This movie is so funny. This movie is so funny. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Queen Pens, and it's just basically they figure out how to manipulate coupons. It is a funny movie. It's a good laugh. It's about an hour and 30 minutes. It's not a long movie. I love these actresses. They are good. They befriend each other and they come up with this scheme/scam. I don't know if it was necessarily a scam per se. Yes, it was. But anyway, I don't want to give out any spoilers, but this was a good movie. You need to see this movie. All right. Let's go over our power word for the day. Hey, the power word for the day, definition of mental health. State of successful performance of mental function, resulting in productive activities, fulfilling relationships with people, and the ability to adapt, to change, and to cope with adversity. And you see how Jennifer said she was doing all of this, yet she was not okay. And I hope you gathered from our discussion today that it's okay not to be okay. Surround yourself with good friends that will check on you when you're not doing okay. You know, and she made an interesting point that a lot of time it's borderline selfish when we say we don't want to deal with negativity, and negativity being, in this sense, people that are not okay. And we claim that that's negative, you know. But if you have somebody in your life, if you're close with people in your life, your family, your friends, those in your inner circle, do a wellness check and check on them from time to time and ask them, are you okay? And she said one of the telltale signs that's real subtle is that we pull away a little bit. You know, we kind of become reclusive. And she said if we pay close enough attention, we know when our loved ones, the people that are close to us, kind of pull back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So this has been a great show. Thank you again, Jennifer. And let me say this. Let me come on to my introductory screen. Let me say this. Do some wellness checks. Check on people that you care about. Today just my lighting is just messing with me a little bit today. Hold on a sec. My lighting just messing with me a little bit today. Hold on. Let me tweak it just a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Check on your loved ones, all right? Check on people that you care about. Do a wellness check. Do a simple text. She said just checking on somebody you care about. Say, you know what, you good? Are you good? Are you okay? And pause for a moment and really ask them, are you good? You all right? Everything good? You need anything? I did that before the show with a dear friend of mine. I sent out a couple of texts this morning because people are not okay. And we are going through some trying times right now, you know? And so this is Mental Health Awareness Month, with Depression Awareness Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is okay not to be okay. All right. And please remember, if you stay high on life is going to stay high on you. And good morning again, everybody. Hey, Miss Wilma. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Hey, Mama. Hey, Sister Maddie. Hey, everybody. Hey, Shalonda. To all my followers. And listen, if you're sitting there on my YouTube channel, hold on. If you're sitting there on my YouTube channel and I'm on it now, click on that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you know when I go live, okay? And I really appreciate you for following me and rocking with me, and just thank you. I can't stress that enough. Let me play one more commercial and we'll be out. Hey, Liz, how has it been to have me as your life coach?
It's been a life-changing experience, honestly, Dr. Sims. Since I first met you on Periscope or watched you, you always brought a smile to my life and helped me through the darkest times and helped me learn the methods that would improve my life. I've had a lot of issues over the years with, mental health issues, depression, anxiety, relationship issues, things like that. And I've worked with so many different people, psychologists, psychiatrists, and there's nothing that's been more impactful and made a difference in my life than your coaching has.
Oh, thank you. Do you suggest that people that need a life coach reach out to me?
Yes. Like I said, I hit so many dead ends working with psychologists and even like different, cognitive therapy, different types of techniques. And I have not seen any results from all of that work in over so many years until I finally started working with you. And it's changed my life.
Amen. Thank you. Hey, Liz, what would you say the biggest thing that you have learned working with a life coach?
The biggest thing is to be honest. You have to trust your life coach 100%. And that means being honest with him or them and yourself. And you have to do the homework. No one's going to change it for you. They're there to guide you. They're your coach. They will show you the way. It's up to you to make the change and be honest and trust yourself, trust your coach, and trust the process.
Did I ever tell you what to do?
No. You helped me come to the realization on my own and guided me in a way that made me feel comfortable with the decision and knowing what I have to do inside myself.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Hey now, if you'd like to donate today to the Dr. Walter Sims Show, please donate at Cash App, $Walter H. Sims. Yes, that's Cash App, $WalterHSims. That's Cash App, $Walter H. Sims.
Again, guys, it's okay to not be okay, okay? And get some help. Reach out to somebody like a therapist. Reach out to a life coach. And business owners, personal development is a business expense, okay? And the way I talk to people and I tell people, this is the engine. Your mind is the engine that runs this thing. You know what I'm saying? And if your mind is not okay, your body is not going to be okay. Okay? And so get some help. Pour a lot into your mental health. And take a time out. As Jennifer said, hit that reset button. That was a powerful interview. Hit that reset button. Every now and then, hit that reset button. Trust. Hit that reset button. And you're going to be all right. Remember, guys, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you.
Be yourself, love who you are, and be compassionate. And then give that love and compassion and kindness to everyone around you, and it will always come back to you.